How's it going? Today's Steffi and welcome to another episode of my solo D&D actual play series, Tales of Fool's Gold. In the last episode, our trio entered Dolphin Monster Lair and already did away with some adversaries. The battles so far are going in the party's favour. Let's hope the luck continues. Hope you enjoy. Okay, so I'm recording these in batches, and it's been a while since I've recorded the last section you just watched. And I forgot something crucial. Well, first of all, I forgot to add the Constitution modifier to the hit points of Doran and Flora. So, as of this current standing, Doran is sitting at 5 hit points. Yeah, that's right. Oh no, standing at, yeah, he's currently standing at 8 hit points, and we have Flora standing at 10. Also, I've filled in the attack bonus as well, just to remind myself. I've not done it on the original format just yet, but in the original character sheet, but it's cool. Right, okay, so did I roll initiative for the Dolphins? I did not. Okay then. Right, if I remember correctly, did I do a surprise round? I don't think I did. Did I do a surprise round? Ah, yeah, I remember. Yeah, no, they're not surprised. Are they surprised? Because we did a strength check to get it unlocked. But it's locked, but nobody's got feast tools, so the only way was to boot it open. So which we did. And then we have 2 dolphins. Okay, right, well I'll tell you what then. Let's roll a surprise round then. I have a feeling they're not, but we'll do it anyway. Okay, so the dolphin's surprised. That's a no. Are we surprised? No. Okay. That's easy enough. Okay, so let's roll initiative for the 2 dolphins. So we want, first of all, we want Dolphin A. So let's add a +1. So it's D20 +1. 7. Okay, so we're starting at 7, and then the other one 6. Alright. So, Warriors initiative was 8, so 7 and 6. So from there we have sort of Dolphin A and B. And that's the turn order. And yeah, we'll do it like that. I remember. Perfect. Okay, now I need to randomize HP as well, so let's do that now. So we want 2d8 plus 2. 2d8 plus 2. 8 hit points, huh? And 2d8 plus 2. 13. Okay. So that's 13. And 8 of 13. Okay, so 8 of 13, and so I don't forget. We put a little A here and B there, or it might be better off with something else. Yeah, I think it might be better with something else here. Call that A. We call that B. Okay, perfect. Alright, so like I said in episode 1, I will be making mistakes this campaign. I mean, I've got a lot to track, I've got a lot to keep track of, so yeah, I will forget the basics. But we should be fine. We should be A-okay. Actually, I just remembered as well, we actually got an extra weapon for, so we can use this colour. I forgot that we got darts. We got 10 darts for Doran. I completely forgot about that. Simple weapon, so it's a 1d4. Yeah. Should that be? Oh shit! Yeah, that should be a +3, not a +4. +3. Scratch that. That's a +3. That's a +1. Yeah, +3 because of the proficiency bonus plus dexterity. Honestly, keep again for things. But yeah, but basically he has 10 darts, so I will remember that, methinks. Just write, just write 10 underneath, and we just score that out. Okay, right, so, top it around, we have Flora. Okay, so I'm going to say that Flora, so we got Doran and our Tribal Warrior booting in the door. Tribal Warrior's going to notice the two dolphins. The dolphins were, we're going to say the dolphins were communicating each other with the ease and everything. And I'm going to say that Flora is going to move, so let's see, so we've got half terrain. Also as well, I did mention about the dark thing, you know, with the dungeon, I did decide that it was going to be dark. Completely forgot to keep that in mind, so one of us would have been wearing a torch, so I just decided to scrap the dark element. And the DC 10 Constitution Cold element, I've completely forgot about that as well. I mean, how many turns are we into the dungeon now? We are turn 7 into the dungeon. So I want to say, see, I'm kind of classing each turn as not an hour per se, but I'm going to treat it as half an hour. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's 30 hour and a half, 2, 2.5, 3, 3.5 hours. Okay, so I'm going to say next turn we're going to have a cold check. And then we fail a Constitution saving throw to get a point of exhaustion, which I'll talk about the exhaustion. It's that there is a lot of elements that I could be explaining as I'm playing along, but I'm kind of negating or neglecting going over the basics because I just assume that everyone watching this series has some understanding of how 5th edition works. But for those who are just following along or just watching just for something to watch, I would highly recommend going on to 5e.tools and having a look at the how to play section if you have any questions or anything. But to be honest, if you have any questions in general, just let me know down below and I'll answer them. Okay, so Flora. I think Flora is going to move 3 squares. So 1, 2. She doesn't want to be out in danger. I'm going to say that much. See, just because it's half movement for us, doesn't mean it's half movement for them because they can swim. Actually, you know what? Let's move forward. Okay, because we try and do a line of sight from here. It'll be half cover. Now, the question is, let's see, we've got 2 spell slots. Burning Hands would be pretty nice. Now, the question is, though, are they both in range for it? It's a 15 feet cone, if I'm mistaken correctly. So let's see, can I get a cone on here by any chance? Probably not, actually. Let's try this. 15 feet cone. Let's try something like this. Maybe this could work. Nice isosceles triangle or some shit. I've never done something like this. Okay, so that's 5 feet cone. That is 10 feet. 15 would be about there, I think. Something like that. Yeah, not quite in range. Okay. Yeah, not quite in range. So I'm just going to say she's just going to use Ray of Frost, I think. Lightning Lure? Actually, could Lightning Lure work? Possibly. I think it's 15 feet. 5, 10, 15. Nope, no range. Alright. That's going to be Ray of Frost then. Okay, no problem. Okay, so just as a reminder, Ray of Frost is an attack roll and doing 1d6 cold damage. So let's get this back up. Let's roll it then. So we have a +4, so let's go d20 +4. Yep, d20 +4. 10, which misses, right? Because I think Dolphin's AC is 12. It's 11. Ooh, only just. Sugar. Alright, so that'll be her turn. So she'll move, she took her action. No problem. Alright, Doran. Alright, so Doran can only move 2 spaces. But here's the problem. He can't end in the same spot as a party member. Or anybody else. So I'm going to say he moves 1. Actually, it's a good thing I mentioned about the darts, actually. Now the question is, though, I think a dart's 20 range, I think? Let's have a look here. Let's have a look together, shall we? Let's have a look. So, dart. Dart is 2060. Okay. So, the way thrown weapons work, or ranged weapons in general, any enemy that's outside of their maximum range, or optimal range, which is, in this case, more than 20 feet, you're going to make an attack roll with disadvantage unless you have a specific feat. So, let's have a look. So from here, that'll be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. But I'm going to say that's total cover, so you can't see that, but 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Okay, yep. That will be with disadvantage, and I think Doran will be happy with that. So in that case then, that's a D20 plus, let's have a look. D20 plus 3, okay, let's have a look. Now remember, this is disadvantage, so we've got to take the lower of the 2. So D20 plus 3, okay, D20 plus 3, 12. Alright, 12 hits, perfect. So looking at the attack modifier, okay, so that's 1d4 plus 1. 1d4 from the weapon die, and plus 1 from the dexterity modifier. Yep. Because his thing, darts have the versatile weapon property, meaning we can either use strength or dexterity, but I'm definitely not using strength. I'm using dex here. Alright, perfect. Alright, so let's roll damage. So that is d4 plus 1. Hey, nice, 4 damage, nice. So obviously he targeted Dolphin A, dealing 4 damage. Get my pencil. Let's go back to blue so I can see what's going on. And then this becomes 4 hit points. Perfect. Okay, now we have our tribal warrior now. Okay, so our tribal warrior can only move 3 turns, so... how reckless does he want to be? I think he's personally going to follow Doran's orders. And Doran's probably going to say to him to stay in formation to some degree, so I think he's going to go... So you can go diagonal, so let's go... Oh yes, I forgot, you can go diagonal, can't I? Oh yeah, I forgot you can go diagonal. Alright, so let's go 10. 20... I'm going to say here, 30. And I think what he's going to do is he's going to ready an action. So what I mean by ready an action is... So there's I did say I wasn't going to go over the basics, but I can do a quick summary. So there's 3 different main abilities, or not abilities, there's 3 main actions you can use. You can use your main action, your bonus action, and a reaction. Your main action is attacking and casting spells. Bonus action is just other abilities that you can do alongside your main ability. Sometimes these have lesser effects or lesser damage or whatever. But a reaction you can use when it's not your turn. So, for example, by readying a spear attack for the person that comes into his range, he can use his reaction and he can make a weapon attack, for example. So we'll do it like that. So he's going to end his turn there. Spear in hand, ready to take it. Alright, so first of all, it's Dolphin A. So I'm going to say Dolphin A is going to make an attempt against Flora. So obviously, dolphins can swim 60 feet. So that's going to be 5, 10, 15, like so. And then it's going to slam against Flora. So we're looking at a D20 plus 4. Let's do that then. D20 plus 4. 18. Yeah, hits. Flora's AC is 14. Why is it 14? That's a good question. Hold on, why is Flora's 14? My mistake, that should be 13, that's not 14. That's another correction I need to do. Yeah, because she hasn't got any armor on. Scratch that, that needs to be 13. Yeah, that's 13 AC. Still no, it's not enough. Not enough. So yeah, so the dolphin comes swimming as fast as a current past our tribal warrior. Flora not paying attention, not experienced in hand-to-hand combat, and the dolphin just turns its body slightly and slams into Flora center mass, dealing 1d6 plus 2. D6 plus 2, dealing 4 points of damage. Alright, that's lucky. That's very, very lucky. Alright, so this brings Flora's HP down to 6. Wow. Okay, right, well next is Dolphin B. And Dolphin B is going to go straight for the Tribal Warrior. But he's going to move over here to potentially stop them from regrouping or whatever. But I'm going to say the Tribal Warrior's been ready for it. He's going to use his reaction to make his speed attack now. So in this case, we're looking at a d20 plus 3. So let's rock it. D20 plus 3. 21 hits. Perfect. And I'm going to say he's going to use both hands. So he's going to deal 1d8 plus 1. D8 plus 1. Dealing 6 points of damage. Nice. So yeah, so as Dolphin B is making a charge towards the spellcasters, stopping or cutting the Tribal Warrior away from his reinforcements. Tribal Warrior makes a quick stab at the side of the Dolphin as he's passing, dealing 6 points of piercing damage, bringing him down to 7 hit points. Perfect. Okay, but the Dolphin's turn, but it's still the Dolphin's turn, so the Dolphin has realized what's happened and he's going to turn face, he's going to attack the Tribal Warrior. So again with a slam attack, so we're looking at d20 plus 4. 6. 6 misses. 6 misses as the injury he took from before skewers his aim off. And with that, we're back at the top of the field. Top of the field. Top of the round. Okay, Flora. Okay, I think Flora now, realizing that she is kind of surrounded. Does she want to stay in combat? Do you know what? Let's do a Q&A. Is Flora willing to stay in melee combat, or is she going to back up? So, 1 to 9 is no, 11 to 20 is yes. Okay, so right, she's going to stay in combat. Okay, so yeah, so she's going to stay in combat. So I think she knows that this is the perfect opportunity to do that Burning Hand spell that I mentioned. Okay, so let's go over to Lighting Tools for a second. Let's have a look. Burning Hands. Is it a 15-foot cone like I mentioned? Yep, 15-foot cone. Let's make a dexterity saving throw. Creature takes 3d6 fire damage on a failed save, or half as much on a successful one. Okay, now can she do that? That's a good question. Can she do that? Might be able to. Let's get my little triangle out, like I mentioned. Ah, that's a better one. Let's go make 3D so we can have a look. Yeah, she can do it. Perfect. Okay then, right, so she's going to do that. Alright, so let's roll the 3d6 fire damage first. So 3d6 fire damage. She can only do it at level 1, so she hasn't got level 2 spell slots. 14 points of fire damage. Okay, so now we're going to have to make 2... Alright, now we need to make 2 dexterity saving throws. So, there's no efficiency bonus for any saving throws. There's no resistance to fire damage. Okay, so it's just a flat d20 plus 1. So this will be for... This will be for Dolphin A, so let's have a look. Oh, wait a minute, before I do that, we have to look at her save DC. It's 12. So the Dolphins, so to take half the fire damage, Dolphins need to make a DC roll, a dexterity saving throw of 12 or above. So let's have a look. Actually, I'll leave it over there so you can have a look. Okay, yep, okay, so d20 plus 1 is for Dolphin A. Fails. And Dolphin B succeeds. Okay, perfect. Right, so Dolphin A fails. So takes the full 14 damage. Yep. Dolphin A takes a 440 damage, so 0. And half of 7, sorry, half of 14 is 7, since Dolphin B survived. However, it was just enough as Flora reaches both her hands up, summons an arcane wave of fire in front of the two dolphins, and the dolphins get charred and they end up breathing their final breath, ultimately taking them out. And that's the end of combat. Now, if we go to, and I believe I remember, if we go to... Okay, so if we go to room... we go to the Monster Lair PDF, and we go to room 24, the team search around, and they find a small little coin pouch, which contains 9 silver and 18. 9 silver pieces and 18 silver pieces, giving them a grand total of 27 silver pieces. Let's see, XP up. Let's get treasure up. Treasure, we go 27 silver pieces. Perfect. Right, and with that, that is going to be end of. Do you know what? No, let's wait until we've done our movement. Okay. Yeah, we'll wait until we've done the other two's movement. So I think with the Burning Hands, Doran is going to take the dash action. So with him, it's going to be 50 feet. So it's going to be 5 spaces. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I think Tribal Warrior here is going to go 1, 2. And get to the other side of the room to make sure it's clear. Perfect. And then with that, that'll be the end of the turn. So let's do one of those. So that's turn 8. Now we need to do... Now I did say... I think I said at the end of every 4 turns, right? Yeah. I think I said at the end of every 4 turns. So before we do anything else... Ah, shit, sorry. I've got to switch to... Sorry, I forgot to switch to this. So yeah, so I'll just move Doran down to here, and then the Militia from here to here. Okay, so before we do anything else, we do our Wandering Monster check. So at a 6, there's a Wandering Monster. 5, okay. There's no Wandering Monster. Now, let's go to the PDF for a second, and then let's scroll up. So, temperature. Cold. DC 10 Constitution saved each hour, or gain 1 level of exhaustion. So yeah, we're going to do this every 2 turns. So we need to do Constitution saving throw. So let's do Doran's first. So his Constitution saving throw is going to be a D20 plus 3. D20 plus 3. 16. Okay, he saves. Flora is a plus 5 because she gets proficiency bonus in Constitution saving throws. So let's go D20 plus 5. 11. She just barely does it. And of course, our Tribal Warrior here is a D20 plus 1 as well. So let's do that quickly. D20 plus 14. Perfect. All of them huddled together. Maybe not huddled together, but they all brace themselves as a cold wind breeze rushes through the dungeon, tries to shiver them to death, but the fires in their stomach keep them nice and warm. Perfect. Okay, and then, right, so yeah, that's the end of the next turn. Okay, so I did say at turn 10, we'll do a long rest. Right, now we have a decision. Do we want to room 14 or to room 20? So I think we'll do a D20, I think. Or do we do a D6? So let's roll a D6. 1 to 3 to go left. 1 to 3 to go left, 4 to 6 to go right. 1. Okay, so we're going left then. So Doran shouts over to the other 2. We're going to the door to the left. So Doran's going to move over to the left hand side, and he realizes the door's locked. So let's head over to... I keep forgetting to do it again. So yeah, so Doran moves over to here. Lock door. realizes it's locked. So now we go over to the PDF, and then we go to room 14. Okay, room 14. Sorry, room 20. Actually, no, room 24 is what we want. Okay, room 24, we're going to the west entry. So it's a locked, simple wooden door, DC 20 to open, DC 15 to break. 10 HP. So yeah, so this DC 15, right? I realized that this DC 15 to break is an attack roll, not a strength roll. So I think we're just going to do strength, methinks. Yeah, we're just going to do strength. So let's bring this back up. Okay, yeah, so let's bring this back up. Right, so actually, technically, it was Flora's turn, wasn't it? Okay. Right, I'm going to say that Flora moves down. And she's going to help Doran open this door. Yeah, she's going to help open the door. The Tribalman's going to keep an eye on the right-hand side. So, the question is, does he want to break it down, or does he want to try and... Does he want to try and force it open, or does he want to try and... I think he's going to attack. I think he has a better option to attack, so he's going to try and break down the door through weapon attacks. Okay, but Flora's going to give him a hand, so in that case then, we're going to roll with advantage. So that's d20 plus 3, because he's using a sickle. 21 hits, so let's deal d4 plus 1. 5 damage. Okay, so the door. It's currently standing at... So let me go wait here. So the door is currently standing at 10 hit points. So that's his turn. Okay. Okay. Tribal Warrior notices that the door is unlocked this side. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I think the Tribal Warrior realizes this door is unlocked. He opens it a little bit, notices it's unlocked, shouts out to Doran and to Flora that this door is unlocked. You know, Doran was adamant we're going this way. So I think, yeah, do you know what, I'm going to do a persuasion roll. See if maybe we can go this way instead. Let's have a look. So we'll do... I think normally persuasion is probably with persuasion against deception, if I remember correctly, right? Or is it persuasion with right, hey, do you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do a do you know what? I think we're just gonna do a Q&A. Let's do Q&A. So the Tribal Warrior realizes. So the Tribal Warrior shouts over to Doran and to Flora, hey, this door's unlocked. Let's not waste any time. We're on borrowed time as it is with rations and all that. Does Tribal Warrior manage to convince the other two party members to go right instead to save time? So 1 to 9 is no, 11 to 20 is yes. 16. Awesome. Okay, so the Tribal Warrior, noticing that the door is unlocked, shouts over to Doran and to Flora, let's not waste any time, let's go to the right instead. I think, as he does, let's have a look. Let's have a look at the PDF. Does it say anything about the right hand side? Okay, so it's just stuck. Alright, that makes sense. So it's just stuck. It's not locked. DC 10 to break. Okay. Okay, I'm going to say if it's stuck and just simple, I'm just going to do a strength check. I'm just going to do a strength check to see if he can push it open. You know it's not unlocked because you could turn the handle and, you know, there's no forced or no evidence that it's locked. So let's do a strength check. So that's a d20 plus 1. DC 10. 8 fails. But that is another turn. Another turn passes. Alright. Now, however though, I just realised, if you had a look at the thing then, you'd notice that there is a monster here. There is a dolphin. Well, on the PDF it says Cyanogen, but there's just a dolphin monster, so there is a dolphin here. So the question is, does the dolphin hear the attempted break of the door? He does. Okay. So, does the dolphin charge at the door and tries to force it open? He does. Okay then. Okay, this is interesting. This is gonna be interesting. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. So let's bring a... Okay, so dolphin hears the commotion at the door. Realizes that there's a threat behind it. So he moves forward. He attempts to bash in the door. So we'll roll d20 plus 2 for a strength check. DC 10 or above. Opens. Plus, just want to double check, make sure I got it right. Plus 2, perfect. Plus 2. Door smashes wide open. Awesome power of the dolphin opens the door, breaks it off its hinges. So, door is basically wide open. Like so. So let's get a different color. Let's get that's a blue, so I can keep an eye on it. Yep. So the door's wide open. Now I think for that. Okay, I'll tell you what. I've got an idea. Does the tribal warrior react to the door opening? Does. Okay then. So I'm going to say with that, he hears the splashing of water coming up from behind. And he manages to get out of the way of the door hitting him because of like a decent reflex or something. Now we're going to add, now we're going to say, is the party surprised by this? No, they're not surprised. Alright, no, they're not surprised. Probably because Flora and Doran just turned around as they heard that. Obviously a good distance away from it, but obviously the tribal warrior who managed to dodge out the door's reach just in time. The dolphin goes straight in. Okay, so then... should we class that as part of the same turn? Nope. Let's go turn 9. And now we're into combat again. Right, okay. Dolphin kicks open the door, like I mentioned. And now we're going to do another fight. Now, before we do, next turn will be turn 10. And this is where our long rest would happen. But what we're going to do is we're going to do a long rest after we do this fight. And then we can engage with some other randomness I have planned for long rests. Okay, so we're going to do the initiation for the dolphin. So it's a d20 plus 3 as per usual. Is it plus 3 or is it plus... Sorry, it's plus 1. D20 plus 1. 10. Okay, so it's starting before Tribal Warrior, but after... Yeah, but after Doran. Okay, cool. Okay, so let me do this. Right, perfect. Okay then, right, so we're at the top of the round. So we got Flora. Also as well, just to let you know, I completely forgot that she has another spell. She has the Bane spell from her Divine Soul subclass. I completely forgot about that. I did add it in the other proper character sheet, so don't forget. Also, I added the darts as well. And we used the darts instead, so let's cross that out and let's go 9. I know all this writing's a mess, but it's mainly for me to keep track of. Okay, so Flora's turn. Right, so I think Flora, obviously they just turned around when Tribal Warrior mentioned, so I just think she's going to move 10, 20. Yeah, it's 10, 20, and I think she's just going to do a Ray of Frost attack, I think. Yep, just a Ray of Frost, just a simple Ray of Frost, which is just a d20 plus 4, I think. Yep, d20 plus 4. Plus 4. Misses. Alright, so that's a miss then. That's a miss. Oakley dokley. So we go to the next turn then. So now it's Doran. Okay, I'm gonna see the dolphins here. Right, yeah, so okay, so Doran's probably going to throw another dart, I think. They're going 5. Sorry, 10 and 20 from here. So the question is, does he have a line of sight? Let's have a look. Does he have a line of sight? Just about. Okay. So that is just a normal line of sight. No cover of anything. Good. Okay then, so we want a d20 plus 3. Yep, d20 plus 3. See if it goes through. 19. It does. Sweet. So then it's the d4 plus 1 for damage. Oh, speaking of which. I forgot to randomize the health for the dolphin, didn't I? Yeah. Okay, right, see what, let me roll the damage first. Sorry, let me roll the damage first. Okay, so the damage is 5. Full 5. Nice. Okay then, so it's 2d8 plus 2, so we'll do this. Let's go 2d8 plus 2 minus 5 for the damage. Okay, so 8, 14 would have been... Yeah, so 8 plus 4 would have been 12, plus 2 would have been 14, minus 5. Okay, so he's got 9 health left. Alright. Yeah, sorry about that. Okay, crash that out. Let's go 9, so we know. Alright, so he's got 9 health, and I think that's going to be the end of his turn. Okay, so now we have the dolphin's turn. Let's see, the dolphin can go 60 feet, right? Go 60 feet. So, 5, 10. That's going to be at least 30 feet. I was thinking about maybe using his, using the dolphin's extra damage. Do an extra 1d6 extra bludgeoning damage, but we don't really have a massive 30 feet of movement. So, I'm just going to say he's just going to move forward. He's just going to take attack on the tribal warrior. So we're talking d20 plus 4. 13. Yep, 13 hits. Because the tribal warrior's AC is 12. Okay, so we just need to roll a 1d6 plus 2. 1d6 plus 2. 3 damage. And tribal warrior is now on... .5 HP. Yeah, because his hit points are 11 because I never rolled for him, so I'm just sticking at 11. If anything, it kind of puts us in relative average compared to our other two. Okay, so Dolphin runs in, slams the tribal warrior in the middle of his chest, winding him, and now the tribal warrior is going to return attack with his spear. So it's a d20 plus 3, and it's going to use 2 hands. So d20 plus 3, 7 misses, completely whiffs him, and that's it. And then we'll go to the top of the round. So let's cross it out. Turn 10. Okay then, so Flora. Alright. I'm gonna say Flora's probably just gonna stand the ground, but instead of using Ray of Frost, I think she's gonna use her light crossbow. Since it's a plus 5 instead of 4, and not to mention she can get a little bit of extra damage out of it. So yeah, we'll do that. Okay, so we want a d20 plus 5, right? Yep, d20 plus 5. 17 hits, perfect. And then for the damage, we want 1d8 plus 3. Right, so 1d8 plus 3. 10 damage, boom, good night. And that's a lost another... Ah, that's right, remember I've already used Bolt Sensor, so let's cross that out and let's make that 18. 18 bolts. Bolt skims past the tribal warrior, maybe ruffling his collar a little bit, and straight into the the middle of the head of the dolphin, and the dolphin's dead. Perfect. Okay, so now I think we're going to be doing our long rest. Now, so I was having a bit of a think about this off screen, because I did say that the water is half the way, sort of like about waist height. So we're not necessarily going to be doing like a sleep on the floor. So let's have a think about this. Well, that's a question. Is there a raised platform in the room which is above the water and can accommodate 3 people lying flat on it? Well, there is. Okay, perfect. Okay, so I'm going to say that there's a raised platform. I'm going to say about here and here. A natural stone floor, let's say. That's a bit like a rock. And the water doesn't even come up to the top. So I'm going to say that... See, still kind of top it around, isn't it? That's fine. Yeah, just going to say that Dorian says, right, we're going to take a long rest here. We're knackered. Let's wait till the morning. So yeah, so all 3 of them. Just going to climb up to the top. And that'll be a long rest. But before we do, we're going to ask the question. Are they disturbed in the night? 5. No. Okay, so they're not disturbed in the night. Perfect. Okay then, but we're on turn 10. So that means that we need to do a... Find it. We need to do a temperature check. DC 10. Or gain a level of exhaustion. So let's have a look. So we'll start off with Flora first. She has a +5 to her constitution. So D20 +5. Remember, DC is 10. 13, she saves. Okay. Doran. His constitution is +3. So D20 +3. 13, he saves. And of course, our tribal warrior, if we go down the way. His constitution is +1. So it's D20. So it's D20 +1. And 16. Okay, so they all save. Okay, so let's bring back up the map again. Yeah, so just to show you, there's a +1 here. +3 here, if you can see it. And +5. And then I think, yeah, that's a long rest, so let's go to the next turn. So that's that. Also as well, another ration goes, so now we're on 8 rations. And of course, our mercenary days go from 5 to 4. So he has 4 days left before he leaves. Okay, so there is 2 ways we can go. We can continue bashing in the door to get to 14, or we can go into room 20, which, if we open up the PDF, if we were to go to... So if we go back to our PDF. Yep, room 24, just want to double check. So the east entry leads to room 20. Huh. Damn it, I got it wrong. The west entry. Yeah, room 14, that's got the dolphin, not room 20. I'm a donkey. Ah, well, it's fine, it's fine. Okay, so we go to room 20. Okay, so we go to room 20. Stone pit lined with lion spikes lies in the northeast corner of the room, and the sound of chimes can be heard in the south side of the room. Okay, right, well, let's do another d20. We're going to decide which way to go. So 1 to 9 they go left, 11 to 20 they go right. Okay, so they go right. Okay. So to go right. So we're back to the top of the round. And I think we're going to do a little of this. Okay, so Flora's going to move to here. And I think she's going to use Ray of Frost on the door to try and break it down or do some more damage to it. Maybe with frosting up or icing it up might make it a little bit more brittle, a little bit more easier to break down. So let's give that a try. So let's go D20 plus 4. 12. 12 hits. That's a 10. Yep, 10. Okay, yep, 12 hits. Now it's already got 10 HP, so we're just going to run a 1d8 cold. Does 4 damage. Yep, does 4 damage. So let's cross it out. Let's go. Let's go 6, so we know what it is. Perfect. Okay, so the next one in line is Doran. So I think he's going to go 5, 10. And he's going to do the exact same thing again. So it's down to 6 HP, so we're going to use our sickle. And I think a bonus action unarmed strike as well. So we're looking at +3 from a sickle and a +1 from an unarmed strike, I think. I just realized something. Is that supposed to be a +3 or +1? No, you just use your dex modifier. You don't use any proficiency bonus from unarmed strikes, do you? No, I don't think you do. Okay, yep, sickle it is. Okay, so let's roll d20 plus 3. 13 hits. Awesome. So let's do 1d4 plus 1. 2. So that leaves it with... So that leaves it with 4 hit points. Press that. 4. And then from his bonus action attack, d20 plus... Sorry, d20 plus 1. 3 does not hit. So the sickle comes down, just barely connects to the door, does a little bit of damage. It tries to do a unarmed strike with his, with his foot, but fortunately he could not get the power nor the focus behind it to commit to a hit, and ends up scuffing his shoe off the side of the door. Okay then, right, so the Tribal Warrior. I think the Tribal Warrior is going to move 10, 20, 30, sees that. Unfortunately, his spear can't hit the door, but what he can do is he can throw it, I believe. Yeah, because spear you can also make it a thrown weapon as well, so I'm going to say he's going to throw his spear. So we're looking at d20 plus 6. Sorry, d20 plus 3. 14 hits, nice. So then it's 1d6, because we're not using 2 hands, plus... What's the strength? What's the strength? Plus 1, okay. Plus 1. And we need a 4 or more, which is possible. 7 damage, nice. 7 damage, that's all he needs. Perfect. Yep, scratch it off. And it's open. Just gonna put open so I know what it is. Okay, so yes, a Tribal Warrior comes off the plateau, sees the failed attack by Doran, gathers his spear, throws it into the door, and the frosted door just shatters like a sheet of ice. Awesome. And then with that, that's another turn, so let's scrape that. And now we're going to do another Constitution saving throw, because I said that each one is going to be like half an hour or so. Also as well, I just realised we need to do a Wandering Monster check as well, because I said every 4 turns there's going to be a monster. Well, our party can't get a break, eh? Okay then, right, let's do some checks first. So let's go... Yep, okay, so we want +5, +3, and a +1. So +5, +3, +1. Okay, so Flora succeeds. Doran fails. And Tribal Warrior fails as well. So, yeah, damn it. Alright, so Doran gets a point of, I'm just going to put a tick down here just to show it. Gets a point of exhaustion. And so does Travel Warrior, so let's do that. Also as well, I've got to mention, everyone's fully rested, so I need to bring everybody's HP back up. So crash that, 11 health. Remember that. So we have 10 health again. And of course, that becomes 0. 0 slots expended, still have our full spell slots. Very nice. I forgot to do that earlier. And with you, yep, 11 HP. Cool. Right, so, exhaustion. Okay, how do I explain exhaustion? Right, for that, I'm going to have to open up a new Google Chrome window. Okay, so the way exhaustion works is that, depending on the exhaustion level, can do a severe debuff onto your party members. So at level 1, we get disadvantage on ability checks. At 2, speed half. 3 is disadvantage on attack rolls and saving throws. 4 hit point maximum half. 5 speed reduced to 0, and 6 are death. So this is why exhaustion is super, super, super bad. So you want to make sure you beat those con saves the best we can. Okay, so now that we've done our con saves, we're going to ask, do we come across a wandering monster? So it's just a 6. So it's just a flat 6. So we don't. Okay, perfect. Okay then, so next round then. So the dolphin would have been here, but I flipped the rooms around. I wasn't paying attention, so it's fine. We'll just go from 14. Okay then, so with door unlocked, Flora's going to take the dash action. So we've got 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Says that the room is clear. And the rest of the party members are coming in as well. So 5, 10, 15. Oh, sorry, 10, 20, 30, 40. Brings it here. And then taking the dash action again. So 10, 20, 30, 40. Okay, so now we have corridor to the top, bringing it back to the same room that we started in. Or we have 36. Okay, let's roll a d20. Does the party know that the door to the north leads to a corridor? They do. Okay, so they know that the only option is to go down the way. So we're going to bring up room 30. Let's go to room. I don't know. Where is it? Which one that we took? We took west, right? Yeah, so we're in room 14. Okay, and now. Okay, right, so. Yeah, okay, so. They find some treasure. Because it's the room 14 thing, so. Right, okay, yeah, I'm gonna say that as soon as they come in, they're gonna find the pouch of gold right here. So they gain 14 gold, 12 gold pieces. Alright. I wasn't sure how I was gonna rule it there, because I was thinking, because I flipped the rooms around, we should be able to get there, but that's what it says on the PDF, so I do not see why not. So let me write 12. Should be G dog. Oh, 6. I wish it was 6. 126 gold pieces, that would be nice. Right, okay then, perfect. Okay, let's go back to the PDF. Okay, so unlocked gold wooden door leads to room 36. So yeah. So I'm gonna say that's a turn. Then we can move on. Okay, so Flora is going to move down, so it's going to go 5, sorry, 10, 20. Realizes the door's unlocked. Opens it. So we're going 10, 20, goes to 30. Alright, so now we go to our PDF for the dungeon. Then we go to room 36. Right, okay then. So we have room features. The floor is covered in perfect hexagonal tiles and someone has scrawled "Stay right" in goblin rooms on the north wall. Okay then. So, following that. So, the question is, why would there be a "Stay right" in goblin rooms on the north wall? Let's roll a d20. Let's do a little bit of personal flavor. D20. Is this room trapped? 12 it is. Alright, so this room is trapped. Okay, so it's trapped. Okay then. Does the characters know it's trapped just by going off what they found? They do. Okay, so there's no it's trapped. So it's saying stay right. So I'm going to say on the north wall probably means to stay on the right side of the wall, right? So does the characters know the clue behind the runes on the north wall? 20, they do. Wow, okay. Right, well, and that's the case then. I'll tell you what, let's do a perception check. See if they spot the trap, like, straight away. I'm going to say that... That's a good question. Though it's trapped, say stay to the right. Okay, yeah, I'm going to say that these... I'm going to say that these tiles have cracks in them and leads to a spike pit below. So let's roll a perception check. We'll do it with Flora. Flora's perception is a +2, so she's got passive wisdom of 12. So let's roll a perception check and we'll call it a... Okay, so yeah, so with the runes and she knows the clue behind it, we'll call it a DC 10. So we go DC 20 +2, D20 +2, 15. Yep. Flora sees the cracks in the floor compared to the runes. She ends up telling the rest of the party members stay to the left hand side of the room so they don't get confused. And she tells them about the pit trap they found. So from here, so she took the dash action, so it's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Doran's going to follow suit. Sorry, it should be 60 because she can move 30. So then here it's going to be 10, 20, 30, 40. Can't end on the same tile, so we'll go there. And Tribal Warrior go 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 at front. Okay, perfect. And with that, another turn passes. 4. Okay, so that's turn 4. So the next do you know what? It's every hour, I don't know. I did not turn 12. Okay, so let's do another Constitution saving throw. So we'll do Flora. Let's have a look. +5, 17. DC 20. Sorry. D20 +3. 10 just beats it. And D20 +1. 4 fails. So Tribal Warrior gets another point of exhaustion. Which is not good. Which is not good whatsoever. So another point of exhaustion. So that means his speed is halved. So instead of moving 60 feet, I'm donkey. Hold on. 10, 20, 30. 50 feet, so 10. Right. Okay, so his speed's half then. Alright. Now, if you're wondering, you get a point of exhaustion taken off after every long rest. Okay, so next turn then. So Flora is just going to carry on moving forward. So we're going to go 5, 10, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. And she comes to the door. Now, okay, so you've seen the Constitution saving throws. We're on turn 14. I keep forgetting to show the fucking map. Man, so many things to do. So basically, we move Flora to here. I mean, I'll put up some screenshots and stuff of what's happening. But yeah, so basically, she's come to the door. So now we're going to come to a PDF. And we're going to go to room 16 now. Alright, so come to room 16. 2 dolphins. And if we go back to room 36 on the PDF, just unlocked gold wooden door. So far, so good. Some brief scares, but nothing the party can't handle. Also, I do apologize at the end for the screenshot. I keep forgetting to show certain windows at the correct time. Anyway, will the party survive and gain more loot? Find out next time. Take care.